Okay, John here. I didn't get a chance to finish the footage on this machine, but basically I wanted to go over what I did. Um, so this this carburetor here, it's off of I forgot what it's off of. But as you can see, there's one intake, two intake. I inverted the one intake. As you can see here, this is a little thicker. I kind of sliced it right here. It's the same intake, it's just inverted and 180 out, and cut that, just sliced it here so it'll be able to bolt on. There's one bolt there, it holds the whole thing on. So basically I got two intakes with a carburetor in between. Let me see what else. This springs off of, I think it's a Ford F-250 emergency kit brake or something. This cable's off of some kind of push mower where you pull the bail on the handlebar, you know what I mean? So, and I got it looped around. First of all, this choke here, this is the original cable for which was hooked down here to, you know, the governor, but it's obviously unhooked. All that mechanism. So I got a straight throttle, a push mower, the bail for, you know, when you try to start it, it releases the brake on the flywheel. And you know, I just drilled this out a little bit more, put my spring in here just so I had a return. All this mechanism here I made from parts. Geez, you know, I don't even know where this angle iron came from, but it was perfect alone. Without this piece here, I just made this piece here just to give it a little more rigid. You know, when you pull the gas pedal back, it was flexing a little bit, but now it's all set. This air filter is off of a Craftsman push mower, and I just got some you know, plumbing parts pop riveted together. I cut this off of I forgot what I cut this off of, married up here fine. And this piece was off of I think another Craftsman mower, I'm not sure, but it was just perfect. I just added this little plastic piece. So the air induction is perfect when you close the hood, you know. Looks pretty badass, I don't know, I think so. I had a little tape here just to take up some gap there for you know, to seal the, I had a little gap there, but just to seal for air, and it runs good. Everything's adjusted. Thing runs like a rape tape actually. But anyways, I wanted to point out the things that I did to this because I ran out of time as far as I want to get this over to my friend's house. He's having a party, or a surprise 50th birthday party, and I want to get it over there. So I didn't really do what I intended to do, but this I just wanted to point out some stuff. This clutch was never here. I you know, cut out a hole there. This piece here was right here for the mower. You know, you engage the mower, but then I just bent it all up and you know, hooked it up to well, I cut the this used to be just one brake clutch type of deal. I cut the pipe coming across, and of course you know, welded my own pieces in. So now I have a separate clutch. I don't know if you could see under there where when you depress the clutch, it releases the belt. And so there's that. So now you can shift. It's got 5 gears. It'll shift as you're going down the road, or you know, wherever you're going, driveway, trail, whatever. This is obviously a Toro seat. Just got it kind of married up to the original plate for the John Deere plate. Sits a little higher, but I kind of like that. So that's this side. There's part of the exhaust. It's dual exhaust. I got exhaust piece coming out there, exhaust piece coming out there. Speaking of exhaust, well, first of all, this cable, this bail cable that I put in, I ran it along, went through the console, or behind the console here, come out down here, and as you can see, this would normally plug into you know, a handlebar. This is just 3/4 inch copper piping. I just wanted to stiffen it up. I didn't, you know, just so I had something to latch onto instead of mounting on here. I just put this in here. So when you step on the gas, you know, obviously pulls the carburetor throttle down. This is just a piece of plate metal. This piece was off of I think a discharge chute or something off a little push mower. Just kind of chopped that up, you know, made a piece of metal. This was off of, actually my toolbox had some kind of locking mechanism. I just kind of jerry rigged that together, welded it on this plate, and like I said, that works good. What else? Well, we can go back on it. Well, here on this side, the exhaust originally came down like this, and this is part of the mount for the original exhaust. I think it sat in here, just a square type or rectangle deal that went across, and I think it shot out this way or whatever. But so I clipped some of the pipe. I think this is part of the original exhaust, and this other pipe is probably some, you know, shit I had from other exhaust pipes. This piece here is actually a piece of top rail fence post. This is just a couple of washers welded together, and what I did here was, you know, these are fender washers, so I had to keep filing out, you know, after I got this all mocked up. I wanted this to, in case I have to replace this engine, which is going to be almost 100% because we're going to blow this thing up, but you could take these two you know, mounting bolts off, and this pipe will slip out. So that's why I welded it. The rest of the exhausters welded it to the frame, so this will slip out. It goes into about here, so I just honed that out to perfect size, and like I said, it slips in and out. And then underneath here, what I did with the rest of the exhaust was this piece here was that was off a muffler piece, so I just cut the muffler off, obviously clipped that, and this is a piece of that fence post or top rail fence welded here. So then this comes into a square piece of load bar. Actually, that's where I get my dual exhaust. The thing sounds pretty badass, but let me see what else. Okay, that pulley was you can see the keyway there, and that was that, you know, originally a double pulley that comes with the machine, but it was I think it was about a 3-inch on top. That's close to a 6-inch there, so I completely doubled the size of that pulley, and I did a lot of jerry rigging under here to do, like, for instance, where the heck is it? I think it's oh, here it is. This is actually a Subaru piece of I did a timing belt on a Subaru, and it came with pulleys, and so I took the old pulleys off. These are fine, but I had to get this belt back to you know, because it was originally over here, and these are belt guides here, but when it goes back towards the transmission there, I actually have that. I think that was a 6 or maybe an 8. I forgot, 8-inch pulley, and it went down to a 2-inch pulley, but it changed everything, so I had to add some stuff. This pulley is just to get the belt over here more, you know, and it just worked out really good. I just put this little belt keep here just so keep the slack off a little bit. Just, you know, weld a piece of pipe or a piece of whatever metal there. This is the clutch I made. This is part of that, you know, the engager for the mower. Like I said, I just bent that up, put a stopper here, so that works good. This is the original brake here, and like I said, this exhaust tube that I got coming through, was able just to squeak it by, and when you put this brake on, there's, you know, nothing affected. I did have to modify the brake too. If you see here that it looks like a garage door opener piece of metal, because it is. I just just whacked it off right here, just cut it, made a 90, welded the original you know, linkage to this spring here. I think that was to help the mower deck come up and down. Forgot where I got that, but it just happened to be this hole here, and there's a hole back. It was perfect. I didn't have to do much there other than, you know, you know, just get, actually, just welding this at a 90, the spring was perfect. So the brake works perfect. And I don't know if you can see back here where the small pulley is for the transmission, but I did have to change that. That's about it. I mean, there's a few modifications here, but most of it's stock. I mean, other than the only money I got into this was the belt. Just had to get a different belt because obviously when you change the pulleys around, the belt's going to be different. Although there was some adjustments I could have made on pulleys, but I did what I could. Couldn't use the old belt. It was cracked anyway. It was all crappy. It was from 1997. So this belt's nice and tight. She's good to go. And that's it. And I'm going to take this this weekend, or actually tomorrow. Could take it over to New York. And next weekend, we're probably going to just see what this thing can do down the road. Oh, forgot this piece. Like my little snorkel over there. I think that's cool. I think that's cool as shit. But anyways, you guys know what that is? This piece here. No? That is a wastegate, you know, a runoff, it's a wastegate valve for a turbo. I'm just kidding. Anybody knows anything knows that's a flux capacitor. I mean, come on. No, actually, that's off some sort of steam engine from Frontier Town. We did a little urban exploring, so this basically does nothing. I mean, I just got it there for looks. But when you hear this thing run, it's pretty good. I just noticed, I forgot to talk about the front wheels here. They're obviously rear wheels. I had some 10-inch wheels, tires, that type of thing hanging around. So I thought that looked cool in the back. Like, bigger tires. Those were the original rear tires for this machine, and I just put bigger ones on there, and kind of had to modify the front axle a little bit to accept, you know, the rim was a little bit too wide, so I had to do a little bit of work there to get them to do what I needed to do. And I put some stops. Well, you can't see them there by the rim. I put some stops, and I had to trim the you know, a bunch of the fenders off. This fenders obviously came way more down. You can see this rough cut here, and just so the stops are now, it doesn't hit anything. You know, because I had to cut part of this frame back, as you can see, just, you know, just to make sure everything clear. It's got no suspension. It's not like it's going up and down and hitting anything. It's just, you know, when it comes down to turning and stuff, you know, I wanted to make sure the exhaust don't, you know, the tires don't hit on exhaust. Plenty of clearance, cut everything back. And this way too. This had a little piece of, you can see the bumper right about here. It all came down. This was another piece of plastic. Just removed all that just so the tires are able to clear. So I think that's about it. The modifications to the engine were just taking the governor off. Nothing there. Goes like hell, just changing the pulleys around. So in the future, if this works out, I might do something with the engine. I don't know, but really, it goes fast enough. You'd be surprised. I mean, I'm guessing 30, maybe 40. I don't even know. I haven't even got it in top gear, third gear. My driveway's pretty long, and I ran out of room. I mean, it's fast, pretty fast for a lawnmower, and you don't want, you know, a lawnmower going real fast, no suspension. It's kind of whatever speed you're going, 20, 30, if that, it feels like 50 or 60. So, but anyways, we'll take some video of racing around the neighborhood in New York there.
Sure gets your attention. Well, all of a sudden, the guy's just fucking coming right at you.
Oh, I bet.
It's like, and really pretty close together.
Oh, sweet, man.
He's in Michigan, he said.
Let's see if this thing
Really?
fits.
Now they get the crummy little bicycle home?
Look at it fits. Oh, I thought it fit.
Johnny, you got your
Craig!
We're good.
look at that.
Steve. Steve, remember the brake is the brake.
I didn't turn the gas on.
I got the gas. Choke it. The brake is the brake. You put that in, it just totally disengages the belt. Nothing to do with the brake. So if you want to stop, use them both in conjunction though. You know what I mean? Like when you're trying to stop or do whatever. So crank it over. See if it's straight. And you gotta let it warm up. You gotta let it warm up because it might be a little bit full board. Well, he's just going to take it around because he's responsible, and then Kevin's going to get on it. Yeah.
I gotta see this. That's great. I gotta see it too.
got up to 35, 40.
Is that what he got up to?
Well, him. I suppose Kevin will get it a little faster, but...
That's fucking cool, though.
The steering, when you get going fast...
I know. It's fucking scary, dude.
Steve, what gear did you get in?
All hot top gear.
Oh, did you?
Top gear, but like you're saying, when the steering comes involved and you're going 35...
Yeah.
I can actually go faster around the turn. It seems to stay stabler
Really?
steering-wise.
We took the air
How
filter
fast
off
did we
because he
go?
was having a little problem.
No, the choke was the ticket.
Oh, the choke.
Choke
Okay.
was the ticket.
I'll put it back on.
What kind of speeds we're getting?
35 to 37.
Really?
That was because you were nervous, though.
Yes.
I think if you just left it down, probably 41, 42, yeah?
Need a roll cage.
But don't forget clutch and brake. The clutch just relieves the belt. It's not going to stop you, so I would recommend clutch and brake if you get, you know, want to stop or something, yeah. Okay, I decided to follow Rudy around on Steve's Barstool Racer, and I almost ruined the whole day because I wasn't paying attention waving at somebody, so you'll see what happens here in a second. Okay, a couple of things here. First of all, that's Steve's Barstool Racer. If he was on it, we probably would have been racing, so this most likely wouldn't have happened. But Rudy was just taking a tool on it around the neighborhood, and I was just flying around, so I was just waving at people, not paying attention. And then, of course, there's this vodka and water thing, you know, a little bit of delayed reaction. So, anyways, open wheels, pretty nasty, pretty violent. It's a good thing. Nothing. I don't see how Rudy just says, "Oh, I felt a bump or whatever" afterwards. But I mean, I'm almost, you know, taking his sneaker off at this point. But nothing happens. I mean, you'll see the rest of it. But it was a little bit of a surprise. I mean, this has slowed down a lot, but in my mind, what I can remember is just hitting something. I don't really recall much of this at all. Happened, man. You should have saw what just happened. So I'm looking right, and Mike's over there. Hey, how you doing, right? Yeah. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I had it in full gear. So he's like, yeah, light him up. So I hit it.
You gotta get that out of the road.